Bonjour darling! Today I come back to you with a little video about how to plan out your TTRPG campaign. There are a few steps you have to consider. But first, what is a TTRPG campaign? A TTRPG campaign is a series of different game sessions that all follow the same scenario. Each session is a small bit of a grander scheme, a grander story. They can last for a few weeks up to a few years. So, preparing for that is quite important. And I will give you my method today. The first step is that I start with a sentence. A sentence that will summarize the beginning, the middle, and the end of the campaign as I imagine it. For example, let's say you are setting a campaign in a fantasy world where there are a lot of different species and a lot of problematics in the politics and such. Your goal, the goal you want to give to your players is to change the political system in the end. Their biggest achievement will be to free the people of the dictatorship they live under. And to do that, they will have to get allies and solve a few mysteries to dig up the truth about the dictator and help the people to stand for themselves and do a revolution. So your sentence will be: the characters start up as nobles, poor, blah blah blah. Through their adventures, they will help gather truths about the political system and rally? I think it said rally. And rally the people under their banner. And in the end, they will overthrow the dictatorship. You have your sentence. It's easy, but you may think it's not much. I have to add a few things, and you are not false. So, how do I do this? I am a very visual person, so I have a method of using a chart. It is a simple time chart, so I begin at the start of the story and here is the end, the revolution. Sorry for the little accent, I wrote it in French. So, each event is a session. You don't have to plan out each session in advance. You can do like I do, plan just a few sessions ahead, and each event will unlock something, either a truth or an ally or an object, an item that can be useful, or a new part of the map or something. And each event is important. But sometimes your players have to breathe. So the space between each session can be another 1 or 2 sessions where different stories happen, where they explore the lore of the world, where they explore their relationship with each other or with the NPCs, the non-playing characters. And it all leads up to another event, and then blah blah blah, lore, relationships, another event, lore, relationships, another event, lore, relationship, another event, and then climax. But you have to keep in mind one thing. When you do TTRPG, you can't plan everything. Your players will make decisions, either good or bad, that will derail the story. Always. This system may help you see visually, well, during event 2, instead of getting a new ally, they killed the man because they misunderstood him and it got bad. So what you can do with that system is looking at your chart and asking yourself, can event 3 still happen even though the ally is dead? If the answer is yes, just rethink a little bit the climax on how it may happen without that ally, and don't hesitate. If that ally was that important, they can lose the campaign. It all depends whether your players, if they are okay to lose. That is a thing you have to discuss beforehand. Are they okay to lose? Are they okay for their character to die? But that's another topic for another video. And if event 3 can't happen with event 2 going haywire, just change your chart. If you are doing it on paper like me, this is how you can do. But you can also do it on your computer and change the things. They took another direction. So event 3 will change, event 4 will change, event 5 will change, and the revolution will still happen but differently. This system helps you also understand, well, every time they change the story, they misunderstand something, they make a bad decision or a good decision that will change things, you can reflect. Well, my event 2 was like that and they reacted that way and I didn't anticipate it. What can I do for them to understand better? I will replan something. And if they also take a bad turn at new event 4, what happened then? Was it the same thing that happened for event 2 or was it something else? And this way you can adapt better to your players. And also it gives the player the freedom to influence their world without being blocked, without feeling like they are in a corridor and they can't escape. Because it helps you keeping tabs on what's happening, plan ahead, but also rethink your story in a visual way, in, I think, it was for me an efficient way, without blocking them. But as I said, you can't plan everything. You can plan big events, things that have to happen, even though you may change the location or change a few of the NPCs. The event is still going to happen. But what happens in between? What happens in between those points? That's all on your players. That's on you to adapt to what they want to do, who they want to talk to, where they want to go, who they want to interact with, in which way, because maybe they will be coupling up. They may want to create an item that will give them different abilities that we'll have to account for in the next events. That's all on you to help them feel like they are living in this world, to immerse themselves in the world, to feel like they are free. So I hope you liked this video, that it was useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of any new content I post. You can also follow me on social media, all links down below, along with links to educate yourself about Black Lives Matter, links to sign petitions online, to help the movement and links to donate to help the movement. Because don't forget that Black lives do matter, and it is our responsibility to help them as allies to be heard. And as always, au revoir, darling!